Hey, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I do short lunch break with Shel video tutorials Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Standard Time, and I also do Facebook Lives on Wednesday nights at 6:30. I'd like to welcome you here today. We are going to have a play making a diorama card today. That's a different fun fold that I haven't done for a long time, so I thought we'd revisit that. And I'm going to use the framed Florets bundle today to make my card. I'm using two of the dies. These are the two dies that I have used, and I will show you the different pieces that this cuts out. So when you cut out, here's a perfect example. When you cut out this die, you actually get two. You get the inner, which is plain, and the outer, which is embossed. So this one here cuts out this. Okay, so that's the more ornate of the two. And it makes it easy so that you can mix and match them. And as you can see, I have a whole bunch of bits and pieces here, because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I also have chosen this DSP from the Fitting Florets DSP pack to put inside my diorama card. And I've chosen the greeting wishes for a beautiful birthday from the framed Florets. Okay, so we are going to set that paper aside for a minute. And as you can see, I used this piece to cut out my frames. I'm going to use this for the front of my card. And we have two pieces, front and a back, and we score these. Let me just double check my measurements. At 1/2 inch and 1 inch on each end. So we're going to score it at, I just did it wrong. I'm sure I did. Yep, I did. So we'll just move it over. We'll just ignore that first score. We're going to score it at 1/2 inch and at 1 inch. And you'll notice I'm getting awfully close to my center portion here. So at 1 inch and at 1/2 inch. We're going to do the same thing on the back of the card. 1 inch and 1/2 inch. And again, 1 inch and 1/2 inch. All right, that's pretty simple. That's our scoring. So basically we are going to grab a bone folder, and if you guys stick around to the end of the video, I will have another 2 samples to share with you. Yes, I've been playing with this because I haven't done this fold in a long time. So we are going to fold both our end scores in, burnish those well, and then the ones closest to center we're going to fold back. All right, same thing here. In and back. And I gotta be careful here because I've got 2 score lines. See if I can flatten that one out a little bit. I'm just going to use my stylus and see if I can flatten that out so it's not quite so noticeable where I made my mistake. I'm sure once we get this all together, you're not going to notice it anyway because it's going to be the pretty paper we're looking at. All right. Now, if you are, I like to fold mine both ways so that now you notice here that I'm not quite on center because I've got more on one side than the other. That's okay. That is okay. I'm going to fold these both ways so that it is nice and flexible here. I'm going to make sure that I have them nice and flexible. So this is what the back is going to look like. And this is where the front is going to fit in here. Like so. Alright, so that's what our card is going to look like. But I want to put some DSP on the back side here. So I'm going to measure between these scores is 3.5. So if I had 3 3/8 by 4 1/8, 3 3/8 by 4 1/8. This paper is non-directional. 3 1 2 3/8 by 4 1/8. That should fit right inside my back panel, and it does beautifully. So I want to do that to have that peeking around the edge of my ovals when I put my ovals in here. There we have it. Isn't that pretty? All right, now we are going to grab some tear and tape. And this is how our card's going to go together. So it's on these little panels. Now you can use Tombow if you want. I like tear and tape for this because I know it's going to stay. So I am just going to put tear and tape down there. And again, down here. I'm going to grab my bone folder, burnish that flat, and then I'm going to remove one end. And basically all I have to do is line up. I know this is hard to see. It's hard for me to see, actually. I find black really hard to work with. There we go. There's one end. Now we'll get the other one. Peel off this backing paper. And this one should be easy as pie. You should just be able to go and push it flat. And there we have it. There is our card. All right, that's how it's going to stand up to display. Now all we have to do is figure out how we're going to decorate it. I was thinking I'm going to put that on the front and either this or this on the inside. Let's have a look and see which we prefer. Do we want the blue or do we want the black? Wow, that's a tough call for me. I like them both. The black pops more. I think I'm going to go with the black. And Oh yes, I have this piece of DSP. This is going to go on the back side, so that we have a nice place to write our greeting. So we're just going to pop that on, that back panel, just center it up. There we go. All right, now I guess I can put this on. If I had it been smart, notice I'm saying if I had have been smart, not that I am smart. I'm implying that I was not smart because I didn't put the adhesive sheets on here. Adhesive sheets would make this so easy. Not that it's going to be too terribly difficult, I hope. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, all that stuff. But beautiful. Now we're going to have to let that set a minute. So we'll set that aside while we work on our greeting panel. So we notice that this is actually going to be covering up some of this space, right? So I'm just going to use this for a minute. I'm just going to put this on here like that. So that I know where I want this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to glue that on. That way I don't have to worry about it. And once again, adhesive sheets would have been my friend here. That's okay. There we go. That one wasn't hard at all. Now we are going to pop this back on here. Piece of fuzz on that stamp. Probably off my pajama shirt because it's fuzzy polar fleece. There we go. Now some Memento black ink. Now if you wanted to, you could heat emboss this. For the purpose of today's video, I am simply going to stamp it. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Love it, love it, love it. All right, where's my chamois? Got that stamp. And stick it on my case over there. All right. The end is in sight, my friends. Now, if you want this to be lined up, that's about perfect, isn't it? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on the back, but not too close to the edges. And then I'm going to slide this into place. There we go. Beautiful. There it is opened. Now, if I had some embellishment on here, I think I am going to have a look at my ribbon here. I have this really thin, and this is supposed to be sweet sorbet. It's supposed to coordinate with the sweet sorbet. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Change of heart. I'm gonna go with this pink ribbon. Polished pink. And I'm going to make a little tiny bow if I can. Just a little wee guy. Woo! Butterfingers. Let's see how I can do this. I don't want anything too big or overpowering, but I think the pink color will pop here. All right, let's see. I pop that on there. And now if we had just a little something, something, how about some pink toned in color opal rounds? They have a little bit of sparkle and I can just put them in there as well. Let me get a glue dot. And we will put our bow on. Right. Let's stick that on there, like so. Oh, that's cute. Little pop of color. Now, I'm wondering if I want some little ones right around the outside. Or do I want big ones? I think I want big ones. Oh, maybe not. Let me try the little one. I'm very indecisive. Oh yes, the little one's better. And that's just going to give this just a little something, something. There we have it. When you look through, you can see the DSP around the edges. And then when it's closed, it just looks plain. But it stands up like so to display. Isn't that cool? So, my friends, that is my card for today. And as promised, just slide all this stuff out of the way. I have 2 more samples for you. I have this one that I did earlier, and this is done with the fitting florets as well. And I stamped on, my back is actually blue, and my front is white. This is balmy blue. I stamped with Versamark ink and one of the floral images from the set on the back. And then I just stamped the greeting right on the back. Colored some flowers, put some little embellishments on there, and we are done. So there's that one. And then I did another one. Isn't this one pretty? This one I used a different die in that set. It actually cuts out the little hearts, and that's it. So it gives you a little framework, and if you look around, you can see the white hearts. Then I just cut some images out of the DSP and stamped a greeting, just a little reminder that you are loved. And this is the blue and white ribbon from the Christmas Mini. So my friends, there are my 3 samples for our diorama card. Pretty cool, eh? Super easy, something different. And it's nice that you can stand them up to display them, right? All right, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions or comments, please let me know. Bye-bye.